You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kyle, aka Chronic.
And I'm Alana, aka Wifey.
And we are here with Jinjer in their 5th single from their newest album that just released February 7th, called Duel.
Ooh. I lost that duel. I was not prepared for that duel, but I'm really prepared for this one. I can't wait to get into some new Jinjer music. This is going to be absolutely exciting because I, as you can tell, love Jinjer and can't wait to see what Tatiana Schmelag has in store for us today.
Before jumping into this song, I wanted to see what this song was about, and I wanted to find out from Tati herself or from someone from Jinjer. Found an awesome article here, which was an interview on Kerrang, which you should go check out this interview because they actually have Tatiana going through every single song from the
Very
album.
cool.
So it's a nice breakdown. And here we're at Duel, which is actually the last song on the album as well.
Oh, cool.
So Tatiana mentions this. So like Fast Draw, which is a song we have not heard yet, this is about going to war with yourself, your bad side and your good side, your internal and external self. We always need interchange. A person has to grow. If you don't grow, life is like walking death. Duel is about me overcoming alcohol abuse, which I was thankfully able to do by myself without any form of rehab.
Very cool.
That is impressive. Way to go, Tatiana. Like, congrats. I wonder how long that's been. It is about the power of the will, and we all have that. It's about overcoming your old habits, and ultimately, I think it is quite a positive song and a positive ending to the album, because if you believe in yourself, you can overcome these bad things. It's not a violent kind of duel. Psychologically, maybe there is some kind of violence, but it's really about taking control and becoming a better person.
Very introspective.
You got that right. Jinjer's goats.
Absolute goats. And what's really interesting is this is also a story trope that we all have dealt with many, many times. A
That
duel
inner duel.
within your inner
Outer
duel,
duel.
your shadow self,
Yeah.
the things that you have to find within yourself that are there that you either want to ignore or hide away from or shut out. And I really like what she's saying about there's a lot of bad things or habits that we have the willpower to get over, which we all have that something that we have the willpower to get over, but are we willing to get over it?
You have to find
as
something
well?
with enough purpose, and it
With
looks
enough
like
purpose.
Tati did. And again, incredible to get over
Incredible.
alcohol abuse, because that's a tough one to beat,
Yes.
especially with no form of rehab. So let's go battle our good and dark sides and find out how to do it in Duel.
Duel. Pew pew!
Oh! God! A lot on the drums here. Everyone. Wow.
In a winter's icy grip, where the snowflakes gently
This
sleep.
blistering guitar bass. Rowan.
Just strangers face to face. A match
Right in the
until
mirror.
light. Revenge and solace to the very end.
Taking their bad side off.
Pistol boys.
Oh, come on!
Defenseless target inside. Corner man whispers, say,
No!
"I'm gonna ride." I've practiced.
Yeah, the yin and yang.
A distance of 10 steps away, we're hardly everyone's aim goes astray.
Sorry, that image of, if you see, it was the yin and yang that got turned into a bullet.
Yeah.
That got put in, and that's kind of what they're talking about. It's the good and the bad, and the yin and the yang's a really easy way to portray that for us,
Yes.
symbolically too. And you always have to burn the dead wood if you ever want to evolve or rise like a phoenix. You have to take all of the bad stuff off. And there's many professors that will tell you when you're growing up, your speech becomes just what you hear. So 90% of you really is just mimicking dead people's words. So you have to learn how to speak for yourself. And that is part of going past your shadow self, because speaking dead people's words is what makes people really shadow like in life.
Absolutely. They become a shadow of someone else who they're standing behind and
Yeah.
emulating.
And that's the mirror that you got to take down.
Absolutely. And then even on an individual side of that as well, like when you grow up, a lot of who you were as a teenager or what different lives you've lived, especially if you've had to be a chameleon in a lot of those ways, you have to be able to shed your skin in that as well, burn the dead wood, move
Yeah.
past the
Which you've
things
had to
that
do a
don't.
lot with moving so much.
Absolutely. So, like, there are many times where you have created personas of yourself to survive,
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
you have to be able to realize that that becomes that doesn't always go away. Sometimes it gets locked inside you, so you have to be able to have that duel to get rid of it and burn that dead wood, shed that skin, so you can move on and be, like Tatiana says, a better version of yourself if it doesn't serve you.
Absolutely, and I love that Tatiana said it was alcohol abuse, because when you are being taken from these other pressures, it does feel like abuse the whole time. So again, triumphant song, and what a way to end an album already. This is a heavy hitter.
Phenomenal.
Oh yeah. Progressive gent metal giants. Snow globe. Angel of I love this art style.
Yeah.
Woo! Well,
Reconciliation seems nothing
Oh,
but a
smooth
dream as we stare
transitions
to
as
the
always.
floor in a winter's glam.
Oh!
Pick a side, stakes are high, stakes are high.
Oh, the vortex!
And to the last blood, I'm gonna stand.
Oh, no!
Amidst the smoke and cries of pain, a moment of doubt, a chance to reclaim. There's no way to hide. The wounds run deep and wide.
Ooh, out of the wounds becomes light.
Or let revenge reside. No painkillers I need. I deserved it all indeed. Though I'm down on my knees, I have battled my old
Bravo!
Wow.
Honestly. What gothic art style, eh?
I loved that art style.
Yeah. That was phenomenal. That one on a first listen from Duel might be my favorite one. It's called Duel. It's just such a heavy hitter. It even does help knowing kind of more what the story's about going into it, knowing the personal battle that is so a part of this band because they always talk about stuff that is so meaningful, even if it's not as personal as what they're talking about. But when this one is even talking about alcohol abuse and getting over it, and then what is still in you after being addicted to something is it never really leaves. I know many people that I was working with that have got past alcohol that will even tell you, it's like, every day I want one. I just don't
Yeah.
do it. So you have to find something that's better to not do it for. And it's a really hard thing to get over, and you need something symbolic to get through
You
it.
do. Well, and like just from my story, I smoked for 14 years. I was
Yeah.
a smoker for 14 years.
Forever.
Forever. Even when we met, when you and I met, I was in the process of trying to quit for, I don't know, the fifth time or fourth or fifth time. So it was really interesting because even with my own addiction, overcoming that, once I was able to overcome it, it's now a lot easier, but that doesn't mean the addiction goes away.
The craving is still there.
You've even seen when we've been watching a movie and suddenly someone lights up a cigarette in a movie, and my brain instantly wants to go light up a cigarette. It's been 3, almost 4 years,
Absolutely.
and I instantly want to go have that.
You need a lifestyle change.
And it's a lifestyle change. So that's when, other things sometimes take over those addictions in those
Like,
ways. And sometimes when you meet a partner, you can take on their addictions in ways. So
Not as red as the Coke can.
so there's definitely those things that are always going to be a part of us, and like Tatiana says, a lot of it is it the only thing that it is the willpower to move on and to
anyone
find
can tell you what to do. You still got to do it
anyone
yourself.
can tell
at
you
the
what
end
to
of the
do.
day.
You have to be able to do it for yourself or for whatever reason that you find to do that for. And like it's just so amazing that such a miraculous song was created from such a personal experience like what she had, and then to be so just impactful, because this was heavy hitting. It wasn't a ballad. Often when we have people talking about addictions or overcoming these things, it's like a somber ballad or different things like that. But Tatiana always focuses, and Jinjer always focuses on the battle at hand and the strife that you go through and that you continue to go through daily when you're overcoming these addictions, because it is a constant battle that then never goes away. So you are in a forever duel in that sense. So like I love the way that this was portrayed and played out.
The thing that this song also makes me think of is we know a lot of singers that don't say drink or something, and then they can, but then they have a different lifestyle compared to their other bandmates.
Yes.
So I wonder how much Tatiana had to change now that she isn't a drinker compared to when she was a drinker, even how that's changed with the dynamic of the band. It sounds like it's even improved the band's relationships and created even better music too, and all that too. But it really is such a life changing thing that you have to do for this. So this type of album really is about addressing really the things that are stopping you from growing right now. And the one before this was Wallflower. So you sometimes are a wallflower until you actually can duel yourself to get off of that and stop being sitting down and actually take on life. And I think it really is such a nice progression of where they wanted to push things musically, but also in the thought process in their own day-to-day life. We get to see their journey through it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really like how you brought in the band with this, because earlier in the reaction you had mentioned burning dead wood, moving past these addictions, these things that are keeping you tied down, and really being able to listen to yourself, be true to yourself, and speak your own words. But then also, when you do leave an addiction, be it alcoholism or smoking or whatever it is, you also burn off different friends groups that were associated with
no
those.
kidding.
And within the music video, we actually saw like that red blood that was trailing through, or that
A lot
vein.
of blood, yeah.
Would often reform into Vlad the drummer, would reform into Tatiana the singer, would reform into, oh, I forgot
Rowan the
guitarist.
Eugene
Thank
the
you. And
bassist.
Eugene the bassist.
Yeah.
And so we got to see these individuals who then stayed in that friends group, and then have even,
You got
I'm
that
going
right.
to assume, made lifestyle changes in of themselves to then make sure
Together,
that they together are going to coexist in a correct way so that
That's
they
what
can
Jinjer represents for
what Jinjer represents is being able to move forward and progress and
the
grow
Ukrainian
and
spirit.
the Ukrainian spirit, which is to be able to evolve and overcome challenges
Got that
by
right.
constantly burning through that old wood so that they're becoming
You
a
can't
better
break their
version of
spirit,
themselves every time. So like that's what I was taking from this song, and even from the music video, being able to add all the band members together, because as someone who has overcome addictions in my life and I'm still trying to overcome different addictions that I have, you do constantly shed those friends groups and those personas and personalities. So having everyone still here, beautiful.
I know next time I go to the album store, I'm going to be checking out for Duel because I know they usually have Jinjer here in Canada because they are that big.
Yes.
We're so excited to finally check out their last single. We hope you guys love Jinjer and Duel. Let us know everything you want us to know in the comments below. Like this if you had a good time. Subscribe if you don't want to miss the next Jinjer coming down the rabbit hole, because I'm sure they're going to have some awesome live videos for all of these amazing songs real soon. We are now exiting the rabbit hole, folks.
Thank you so much, Chronicans, for being here with us. This was such a treat, and I can't wait to see what else is in store for us with Jinjer as more of their music comes down the rabbit hole. Peace and love, everyone.
God bless y'all.
Take care, and bye for now.